All right, are we good here? I'm trying to get a good background. More flower, less bathroom window, and also more me, less chin. Hello? Hello, so you know what a difference an angle makes. Happy Saturday, you guys. Hey, Erin, nice to see you. Willa, Dawn, God, listen to my voice already, huh? I just got back from the farmer's market. German Maid 95, nice to see you too. Pardon my feet, I'm taking off. I feel like, oh my God, I totally feel like Mr. Rogers, Ms. Rogers maybe, because I'm taking off my shoes because I had on my walking shoes. I'm a woman of an age who I need more support in my shoes. I can't wear the sassy ones all the time, so I had my walking down to the farmer's market shoes. And I got my iced tea. Oh, and I want to show you my flowers. Here, hold on. If it's cool, if anybody comes in, just know them. I'll be right back. Literally, my bag is in the breeze right here. Whoa, excuse me. Hey, you? I am live. Yeah, and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We get neighbor Cliff here, who just came back from his bike ride. But I just got on my TikTok and I wanted to show people my flowers. So check out the flowers I got at the farmer's market.
Oh, look at
it out. Here, come say hi, silly. There we go.
Hello.
So, yeah, I am telling you guys, this is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It is, sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. Actually, technically, there are very few clouds. It is not humid. There we go. Yes, Erin just said, Cliff. Yeah, it is not humid, but it is sunny. Yesterday, we had a freaking downpour last night. That's why I'm literally sitting here on a chair that I pulled off of a pile of chairs underneath our umbrella because we crammed everything in because it was torrentially downpouring last night. But now today is gorgeous. Yes, so a couple of things. So Suzanne is asking how my vacation was. My vacation was awesome. Vacation should be awesome, right? So mission accomplished. But I'm also just as excited to be back home. I freaking love my house. I love how it looks, how it feels, how it functions, the people in it, the people around it. I'm just full of love today. Or maybe it's caffeine. And here's a fun thing too. TikTok user 1 and somebody, Sweet Tater Kim, said, I need to plant my zinnias. Okay. I didn't know these were zinnias until the lady at the thing was like, oh, zinnias. I was just like, I just like the color. Now, if you have seen, here's a funny thing. You have seen some of the TikTok lives I do from inside my house. You know I'm a color fiend. A fiend for color. I walked past somebody. It's interesting. The Amish used to be there, or the Amish used to be there because they may be Mennonites. They aren't there anymore. I used to get like a cheap thing of flowers from them. Wicked nice. They weren't there this time, and there were 2 people, but one person just had lavender. A soft color, but it's a soft color and a smell I don't like, so I said, nope, that's not going to work for me. But when I saw those bright pops of zinnia color, bam, wash, bam, alakazam. So I bought them. And here's an interesting thing. I didn't cheap out on myself. This is my big thing nowadays. I don't necessarily need to be luxurious or frivolous, but man, it feels good to spend money on things you care about. So, save the seeds when they dry. You know, Julie, I will share this with you. Now, if anybody hasn't met me, I know I always jump in and I just start chatting like we know each other. But for those of you who are just scrolling by on a Saturday morning, first of all, let me take a breath because I've just literally walked home from the farmer's market to get here in time to do this. And my name is Beth. I am a decluttering life coach, and my coaching is called Destination Decluttered. I'm also a sweaty Betty at the moment. And I show up to help you with your clutter, but I'm a decluttering life coach. So to me, I get so freaking bored if all I did was ever help you organize top to bottom, left to right, like items together. There's a part to that helps you. But here's the part I love is helping you learn, not just do it, learn how to make your life feel better and then practice so you have as awesome a life as I do. Okay, so Julie was saying, save the seeds when they're dry. I would, but here, I have learned about myself in my 50 plus decades on the planet. I am not a plant person. See this plant here? Totally fake. That plant over there, totally fake. You can't see them, but I'm pointing at totally fake plants that I got with 50% off coupons at Michael's. I know this about myself, about my lifestyle. You hear me. I go traveling all the time. I would feel bad for plants that I planted and then I would forget to water. You know? Judy, yay, I'm glad I got you off the sofa and onto the deck. I love that because it is a beautiful day outside, at least where I am. Somebody said they had hail where they are, and maybe you are here in PA. Some of you might know because you're on my TikTok. No, I always say TikTok. Destination Decluttered. Notice the alliteration. Destination Decluttered, TikTok, yada, yada. If you're on the Destination Decluttered mailing list, you know that we got rained out of an event that we were supposed to go to last night because life happens. But they rescheduled it, and flexibility, people. Flexibility is where it's at. Because you guys are cool with me, I was able to flexibly rearrange when the group Zoom happens. I do a group Zoom call with people on my mailing list. You can be one of those people. I always feel like I'm sliding into some sort of Ginsu Knives infomercial here. I'm not. I have an email list that people find out when the TikToks happen before anybody else. I do the fun things with the people on the mailing list because they have said, yes, I want to find out about the fun things. DestinationDecluttered.com/join. Okay. All right, Mary says, got a lot of wind too. Friends came over this morning. You got the cantilever umbrella off the deck and back. Yeah. Life is going to happen. Weather is going to happen. Weather today is happening. It is freaking stellar out. It's almost like one of those days. And here I want you to think of this. What's a day? What is a look, a feeling, a smell? As I sit next to the bathroom window. What does things look like and feel like when you feel good? Because that right there, that's where I want to go with you as your co-pilot on this Destination Decluttered road trip. It looks good, but looking good, it may not feel good. It may be uptight and, not the way you want it. How do you want it? Let's make it happen. I love it. Queen Victoria. Oh, we have some royalty here. I've been away from home for 3 weeks and can't wait to get back to my decluttered home. Isn't that a great feeling? Yeah. Oh my God, like we were away for almost 2 weeks. We dipped in literally so somebody could do some housework and we could do work on the house, and we could do laundry, and then we hopped out again. But coming home and opening up the door, and it makes me a little bit musty and dusty. I'm used to because I travel. Opening up the windows and everything's in its place. The mail, you don't have a lot of mail waiting for you because you unsubscribed from a lot of stuff. It's fun to travel, and it's fun to come home and hang out in your own house. I love it. I hope you do too, and if you don't, I can help you with it. All right, what do we have? There we go. Alice is listening to me as driving around to pet sitter clients. Yay. Thank you, Alice, for being a person who helps people with what they struggle with. A pet sitter helps people go do things so they don't have to worry about their pets. I help you with your house because you don't have to worry about your house, maybe? Oh, Queen Victoria, all thanks to being your client. Awesome. There we go. Okay. Well, there we go. Scrap lover is the same with plants, but you like the herbs. I thought that the same thing. I wish I could be a person. I say I wish, but I know I'm not, and I'm okay with it. I am not a person whose lifestyle works with live plants, live things like that, because I have a flexible schedule, and I go where, not the wind takes me, I go where I want to go, and sometimes that's out of my house for a long time. Anywho, enough about me. If I started talking about my life, here, you know what, I'll give you this. Usually I was going to save this question for the people on my mailing list, but since there's a bunch of us here, and some of you may not know me, so you don't know enough to answer the question, but I am just really curious, because as I show up on TikTok and as I show up as a coach, the more I realize that so much of this is like a human connection. The more that AI is out there, the more that we are humans together. Now, I've been human a lot this week. I'm only human, of flesh and blood are made. Okay? I've screwed up on, I thought a client was starting on Tuesday of this week. No, it's next month. Whoops. No biggie. I sent out an email with the wrong, the disconnected numbers on it. I've been making spelling errors. it shows that I'm human. I'm not doing this purposely. It just happens. But I am always curious about why we... where was I going with this? I already dropped off. I already climbed up the tree and dropped off. This is what I was going to ask, was, do you like it when I share part of my life with you, or did you find that annoying? Because I don't want to annoy you. I'm here to help you. I know I get annoyed sometimes when people are like, look at how great my life is. My life is sitting here with an iced tea, bare feet, sunshine, zinnias, moonlight, boogie. I hope it doesn't annoy you, and maybe if it does, maybe we're just not a good fit. But I'm going to start to do that more because we're humans. We're getting to know each other. And here's an interesting thing. I was thinking about this on my walk back from the farmer's market. And this is why I think I'm probably going to start to do some sort of podcast thing. So if you're interested in learning more about that, get on my mailing list. I'll share it with them first. Because I know there's some things I want to go deeper into that I feel like when I go deep and I'm telling you to show up with your questions and I'm not answering your questions, it's kind of disrespectful. But I want there to be a place where I can go and just kind of examine the deeper, slightly deeper things, like what's going on under the hood. Because I don't want to take advice from somebody that I don't know that they're living the life they want. I love my life. Oh my God. I want you to love your life too. So that's why I figured if you see that I'm living a good life, you might be like, oh, she does her stuff. How does she do it? How does she do it? You know, is it live or Memorex? Okay, cool. Annoying. I love it. Annoying ASMR. I love the fact that you have the annoying thing in your name and that little tickety tick. I can't even do that because I cut my nails short and they're all chippy now because I was on vacation. They're not. Okay, oh, cool. So, CC Fitzhenry, nice to see you. Hope you guys are doing well. Definitely listen to a podcast. Sylvia says it's relatable. I love the realness. Man, if I can only do anything, I only can be me. So, what do we have going on here? Aw, Mel's, my heart was with you. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. Carla is so good. It's nothing. Yeah, see? Stuff had nothing to do with me. Love the post, so on point. Okay, thank you for letting me know. We're only human. Okay, good to know. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, and to Mary, if you like it when you share my life, I will do more. Everybody. And also when song lyrics pop up, I cannot help it. It is the way I am wired, and it cracks me up, and I like to share it because it is a connection. You know what songs, okay? You know, okay, cool. Thank you, you guys. And notice how I had a fear. This is me coaching myself, but I will show you the framework behind it. It's almost like this framework behind me. I probably have frameworks behind me in all my videos, and I don't even know it. I had a fear. I was afraid that if I shared some of my life with you, you would be judgy. You would think I was showing off because I was doing it in a showing off way. So I was almost afraid to ask. I was afraid to share. The cool thing is I did the scary thing. The thing I was afraid of is asking. You guys make me feel comfortable. Hopefully I make you feel comfortable. I asked you, hey, you guys, would you mind? Do you like it when I do this or not? Because I want to do. I'm not here for me. This is not one of those videos. In case you're thinking this is not one of those TikTok channels, or what I do is not like, hey, everybody, I'm an influencer. Look at my beautiful life. This is where I'm going traveling. As you notice, I go away for traveling. I don't share. Because for 10 to 15 to 20 years, I was sharing all the time when I was doing my traveling because I wrote about road trips, and I realized that was fun until it wasn't. But now I felt comfortable in my nervous system. I calmed down the fear. I trusted that I could ask you guys because we have a nice little rapport here, and I asked you the thing I was afraid to ask you. You responded, and look, I feel better now, and I feel brave having asked that question. This is how it works. This is how I coach. I coach myself like I coach you, okay? And I love it. Oh, sadly, thank you. Natalie says, I feel like a friend. You've got a friend. Thank you for being a friend. All right. You're the only one I face this with and share it out loud. I stop when I see your lives. Oh, thank you. See, okay, you guys, thank you so nice. Now I'm blushing. Aw, go on. Go on. Now I feel like the cowardly lion. Okay, so let me help people. Enough about me. This was wonderful. Thank you for me. I want to turn it over to you because this is the real reason I'm here, okay? Let me help. I see some things. Okay, Rena's saying teaching by example instead of imposing on people is the best way to learn. Man, you're going to learn from me. Okay, and here's the funny thing, Erin. Always share. I'd never take advice from somebody I wouldn't trade places with. Oh, hell yeah. So much, because I was thinking of somebody. I'm not going to name names, but it occurred to me today. I was walking by, because I look at other people who are in my space, or just, who I want to be influenced by, and they don't sound happy. I am freaking so bubbling over with happiness that, yeah, if you want to feel that, I don't know. And then I go into like salesy things. I don't want to. I'm just sharing with you. All right. It definitely is a beautiful day. So let me help you with your clutter. How's that? Okay. Diane is overwhelmed with bills and paperwork right now. I can help you with that. I am good at this. Trust me. You don't have to trust me, but that's just, I trust myself that I can give you good info. Overwhelm. Everybody starting. Overwhelm. Remind yourself. Overwhelm is a word. There's over and then there's whelm. Over is over your head. This is how I love to describe it, because when I feel overwhelmed, I feel like, I feel it. First of all, I feel overwhelmed. Do you feel you're overwhelmed? You say you're overwhelmed. Like, overwhelm is a word made of letters. You hear me say it, and you say it yourself, but how does overwhelm feel? Because when you can recognize it in your body, you can change it in your body. And this is where I always start. Even before we get to your destination, it is foolish for me to ask myself, what do I want if I'm feeling out of whack? I want to get in whack. I want to get the whack. Get the knack. If you're feeling out of whack, let's get yourself in whack. Instead of over, and this is a really simple thing from my coaching that I use all the time. The opposites, the flip side. Davy Jones, Marsha Brady. The flip side of a 45 RPM record. If you're too young, Google it. You'll know what I mean. What I mean is, over is up here, down is here. Down feels better. Notice how down pops up all the time. If I have my teacup, I should probably get an iced teacup. Breathing down, slowing down, calming down, moving your body, putting your hand down on your heart. You're not pledging allegiance to anybody but yourself. Breathing down, slowing down your breathing, slowing down your exhale. Actually, I was in Pilates. They said, don't breathe like that. I don't know. There's different ways to breathe. Calming down, quieting down, slowing down. When you start to feel better physically, when you feel that overwhelm dissipate, when you're not all up here, praise the Lord, jazz hands, Pringles, I don't know how to say Pringles, I love Pringles, calming it down, quieting down, petting down, calming down, you're going to feel better, and when you feel better, you're going to do better. Diane, when you feel better, also, if you need to, seriously make yourself comfortable body-wise. If you got to pee, go pee. Get into comfortable clothes. Drink some water. Quiet down. Go to a place that's quiet and non-distracting. Do things to make you feel better. And then once you feel better, what you will realize is that bills and paperwork are just pieces of paper. They are just pieces of paper with stories on them. Now, the stories are going to make you feel a certain way. But feeling is okay. That's how you know you're not AI generated, because you feel feelings. And so your paperwork tells you a story that's making you feel a feeling. Now you've got a pile of stories that are making you feel, that's a bill. I don't know. Did I spend too much on my credit card? Crap. I think I didn't pay Blue Cross last month. Damn. What is that? It looks official. Oh, you know what? I think I'm paying too much for my AT&T. I probably should go see if I can get a cheaper plan. Notice the stories that happen to be written on those papers. The easy thing to do is let's categorize those stories. So you sort out your stuff. A pile of stuff from AT&T, a pile of stuff from Blue Cross, a pile of personal letters, a pile of money. Why not? Money's paper. Get curious about what the stories are, but organize it. See what you have first, and then you can chunk it down. Notice there's another down there, the chunking it down. And this doesn't work just for paperwork. Every single step I'm telling you right now works with whatever you're overwhelmed with. Notice how I could be talking to you about what you're overwhelmed with. Calm down your body. I don't mean calm down. That doesn't help. That makes it worse. Calm down. Go with love. Don't yell at yourself. Be kind to yourself. Calm down and say, you know what, this is just paper. Okay, what's the easiest step I can do? I did this yesterday. Oops, there's a credit card bill. We went on vacation and I was like, charge it. I was like Wilma and Betty, charge it. First baby step I could do, open the envelope. That's a big step. Second baby step, take the bill out of the envelope, and then please just recycle the envelopes. Do not put it back in the envelope. Both of my parents used to do that, and literally I was up in the attic a couple of weeks ago at my parents' house pulling stuff out of envelopes that my dad had put there in 1973. The envelope can be recycled. Recycling the envelope, decluttering. Then, third baby step. Brace yourself and look at the total you owe. Notice how I'm like, I don't want to. I'm afraid of seeing that number. It's just a number. And you're like, oh, okay, so that's what I owe. And then you look and say, how did it get there? Is there anything? Was this all me? The answer is yes, it was. Okay, cool. I can pay it. All right? Notice those wee baby steps. If I was that Scottish girl, I'd say it better in Scottish. Take the baby steps, the 1 foot in front of the others. Okay? That can be used with everything, and then take that next step. Notice how I said that those papers had stories on them? The stories are in your head. They make you feel a feeling in your heart, nervous system, body. And then based on the head and the heart, you do something with your hands. Head, heart, hands. Destination declutter. Tick tock. Notice the alliterations that help us remember things. Okay? Same second verse, same as the first. I'm Henry VIII, I am. User 4607. I am staring at a $50 toy in my living room for a week that hasn't sold. I can't give it away. $50. I love this. I love this because I used to sell stuff myself. So notice you have a story. This toy is worth $50. It's a story in your head. It may be worth $50 to you, but notice, so far it's not worth $50 to somebody else. Just notice it. I used to sell stuff. Oh, I thought I was going to get this. Nobody's buying at that price. Okay. You have a choice, user 4607. You can do one of two things. You can keep it at $50 and wait to sell it, or you can lower the price and see if you get it out of your house sooner. It's up to you. I have worked with and I'm friends with a wonderful vintage clothing seller. She's fabulous. Her name is Milena. She's here on TikTok. She's fabulous. And I learned this phrase from her, so I like to attribute these things where I got them. Would you like a fast nickel or a slow dime? Do you want to get the thing out of your life and make some money, or do you want to hang on to the $50 that you think it's worth? Now, I will say this, with anybody who's thinking of selling something, I hate to tell you this, just because you spent that amount of money on it doesn't mean it's worth it now to anybody else except for yourself. So think of this before you go shopping. But just notice this if you are thinking of buying stuff, that just because you've paid $50 for it, unless you saved the receipt and it's brand new and you can return it to a store, somebody else may not give you $50 for it. And that's okay. Learning about this allows you to then make forward. You can stay stuck and say, nope, I'm going to wait till I get the money. That's your choice. But knowing you have a choice, when you stop and realize, when you even just stop, when you pause, immediately a fork in the road appears. This fork only has two tines, what you were doing and something else. Then you have a choice. Should I stay or should I go now? The road less traveled, you know? Do I want to keep on going in this direction? Do I want to go somewhere else? You have a choice. You do. Okay. Yeah, somebody just said lower to 25. I'm kind of backing up just so you know, since I didn't meet anything. Okay. What do we got here? And here's the thing, too, in case you're just new here, I often will read out loud the comments people make because the TikToks are uploaded to YouTube, so you can watch them in the future. Or when I'm not on TikTok, if you're like, damn, I missed it. It's on TikTok. Now, the ones for the current month are always saved first for the people on the mailing list. So if you want to watch this one in repeat before it's July, hop on the mailing list, destinationdeclutter.com. Okay. All right. What do we got here? There we go. Oh, yeah. Move it out of your living room so you don't see it. Sometimes selling takes a while. That's a really good idea, SC Native. There you go. All right. Oh, Carla, I love this. So Carla is a current client of mine. I like to be full disclosure. And Carla is learning. I have learned through this process, decluttering is not about the stuff. It's about my thoughts about the stuff in the situation. Hell yeah, it is. It is. And I love that you're learning that. And oh my God, your before and after pictures look so awesome. I am like getting choked up thinking about it because I am so freaking proud of you. But I digress. I'm getting verklempt. Discuss amongst yourselves. Decluttering is neither clutter nor I don't know. All right. I love it. Lem Snyder says, I use her lives to walk. Enjoy learning to let go and declutter has given me more time to do it. Do what I enjoy. Love it. Yeah, your home is my safe place. It should be for everybody. You should feel good in your home. Notice somebody is not a showcase, and I'm okay with that. A showcase is for other people. Now, mine is both. I will share with you. I have my home set up so I feel good in it, but I, coming from a visual merchandising background and the fact that we often have people coming in my house because my husband's a musician, so we have people in our house more often than not because he's working with people, is I want to feel good when people look at how good my house feels. There's nothing wrong with that, but it feels good to us first because we're in it 24/7. Oh, Carla is saying, it is such a mental thing. It has been life and thought changing. So good. So good. So good. And yeah, I'm kind of backing up on things, but yes, I have the knack going through I get the knack. What can I say? Yeah, okay, so hopefully bills and paperwork to help somebody. We need to make a paperwork party a thing. 520 Michelle, if you want. I mean, seriously, get on the mailing list. Email me. I'll pitch it out. Come to the Zoom call we have. It's a free Zoom just for the people on the mailing list. It's happening this Tuesday night, 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. Oh my God, you guys. I'm totally digressing all over the place. It's just how I'm wired. But those of you who got the corrected email this morning will notice that I had a Laverne and Shirley riff that was still going through my head as I was walking down to the farmer's market. Oh, that's right. I have a cookie. Oh my God. I cracked myself up here. I forgot I had a cookie. It melted a little bit. Shit. Anyhow. Sorry, Hootie Hoo. I did a video of me singing the Laverne and Shirley theme song with a Philly accent. I have no idea how it's going to go, but it cracked me up. Okay, now excuse me. My favorite cookies ever. Okay. All right. So what I was saying, 520 Michelle, get on the mailing list, come to the Zoom call, pitch that to everybody else. If people want to do it, I'll totally set up a paperwork party. I got paperwork to go through. All right? Sound good? Anybody else? Hop on. Let's make it happen. I like to make cool stuff happen, people. You may not know this about me, because I do it in my life all the time. If I think something's cool and I want to make it happen, I make it happen. And I can teach you how to do that, too. Okay, see? Erin's already on board. Sounds good. Okay, Rena is having and I'm saying this with love. I am saying this with love. I have some kind of existential dilemma with the amount of things and clutter in the world. I do too. I totally do. But you know what? When I look too big, when I am overwhelmed with the existentiality of the world, it shuts me down. So when I'm shutting down, I'm not doing good stuff. I'm on TikTok scrolling as opposed to being on this side of the camera and helping you. Focus on what you can do, Rena, in your own home to make you feel better about that. Okay? Going from over to down. Calming down, chunking down. All right? It's a game changer. It is. All right. I'm seeing people. We got some good ideas here. I love this. We're collaborating. It's not just me telling you. We're in this together. I know I have paperwork to get done. I was down in my basement yesterday because I was going to detail the car because I wanted to, not because I had to. I wanted to, and then it got too hot. So I said, well, I'll go down the basement because I know there's basement stuff done. And then I said, oh, you know what? I have to go through those like tax papers and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I could do that with you guys, you know? There we go. Sylvia, I do this too. I save any blank pieces of papers I can use for scratch papers to write notes on. I have a box full. Awesome. Write notes to them. Write notes to yourself. What do I want to happen? Where am I going? What are some fun things I want to do in my life? You know? There we go. Yeah, I'm putting totes and boxes out, trying to just put paper in groups. Yeah, user 4380, that's what I call like sorting or, you know, categorizing categories. I love it. There we go. Okay, I am totally catching up on stuff here. Okay? I'm totally catching up here. Okay. Oh, hon. So I just caught up, and I know you guys probably saw it so for me. Okay? And I apologize for missing some of these things. But Carla just said, and I just wanted to give her my heart, I cried all day and just sat in the echo. Damn. If that does not sound like a song lyric, I want to give to my husband. But here's the thing. Crying is cathartic. Crying is you releasing something that has been in you. You feel better. You may not feel better immediately, like your nose is stuffed and your eyes are smudgy and you look all face and red. That's me. I would never have been a good like soap opera actress because I cannot do that one perfect tear. I ugly cry. You've seen it. But I bet you feel better now, Carla, huh? Walking into that room, hearing that clutter, hearing that echo, moving out that bedroom, that wonderful bedroom set that somebody else is going to love, and then saying, what do I want to do with this space? You know what I'm going to do with this space? And then you listen to your heart, and your heart will tell you, listen to my heart. You know? I love it. Inspire said, I am decluttering as you are having your life. This is one of the many reasons I show up. It gives me so much motivation while you speak. I want to help you with this because I don't want anybody to be reliant on me. I grew up the eldest of two eldest. I took care of my sisters. I have been a manager all my time. I am good at that, but I want you to learn how to do this yourself. Now, but I say that with love because I don't want you only being motivated when I happen to be on TikTok. What I would rather happen, honestly, is that you temporarily hear my voice in your head. Hear my voice in your head and think of me kindly. Anybody ever listen to Morrissey? That was him. Learn from me. Let me teach you this stuff. Practice it on your own so then you can do it at any time, okay? I'm happy to be here temporarily, but kind of like, I guess, a mama bird in a way, or a cool auntie bird. I'm a cool auntie bird, okay? I want you to learn from me, and then I want you to fly out of the nest and do it on your own for the rest of your life. That's what I want. Okay. All right. Okay, German maid, you get tax stuff to catch up on. Here's a great thing. This is probably going to be a good time for us to do these kinds of things because we're not waiting till the last minute. All right. Paperwork party, people. Okay, somebody send me an email. Remind me of that. Let's talk about it on the Zoom call. Let's make it happen. I can make it happen. All right. Now, this is interesting. Saving stuff for other use is what gets me in trouble. What trouble are you in? There's no clutter police. The clutter police, they are inside of my head. The clutter police are inside of your head. That's what Cheap Trick said, right? Waka waka. The clutter police, it's just you and the thoughts in your head and the voice in your head. What's the trouble? You got a lot of stuff in your house. Let's deal with it. Don't make it any more dramatic than it has to be, okay? Yeah. Catherine, if you don't cry, I won't cry. That's up to you. I find when I don't cry, it comes out later somewhere else. That's why probably like my dad used to cry at like, and so my husband and I talk about this. Our dad's crying at like car commercials. That's when you know those guys know what they're doing. Okay. Okay. No pants penny. All right. Weird question. No questions are weird. Don't judge yourself. Question. I'm already very frugal and don't buy much. Don't have much. I love, though, how to collect things I enjoy and love and use, rather than just avoiding and buying anything. Pay attention to your heart. You can love a spoon. Why don't you marry it, huh? What I mean is, you can love how a knife cuts. You can love how a mug feels in your hand. You can love how a basket you bought once at some place in the mall works when you go to the farmer's market. You can love how a chair feels. Anything you have in your house, you should love it. It should work well for you. It should not just function, but it should function well, and that functioning well should bring you delight. So you don't need a lot of tchotchkes. I have tchotchkes from my previous life as a collector and a thrifter and a road tripper. I am a different person now. I don't buy those things now, but I find delight in an cup of iced tea, in a really nice cookie, in some flowers. That's how I find delight. And delight, I think, is my word of the year. I don't even make a word of the year, but I thought of that when I was on vacation. How do I want to feel? I want to feel delighted. Okay, then I look around for evidence. What am I delighted by? I'm delighted by the weather. I'm delighted by us getting together and having this chat. I freaking love delight. Groove is in the heart, people. Groove is in the heart. Okay. I'm laughing because I just saw, and I'm kind of shifting gears here, but 520 Michelle, I got to share this in case anybody missed it, because I do this. It's like, I've been chunking down papers for years. Making a file for W2TF miscellaneous stuff helped me get past things. And and here's a fun thing is, stuff I don't know what to do with, but I feel like I should keep it. It's like a wicked long Dymo tape label. I got one of those myself. Well, I don't know. I should probably keep it. I'll just throw it in here. Okay. Pirate Kent reduced my storage unit fees from $260 to $60 by decluttering this last month. Decluttering makes you money, people. Maybe that will help you get on the declutter train. Okay? My clients have found cash, thousands of dollars in cash in their house. Now, don't forget, it was there to begin with. It's not like the universe ports it in there. But you may have put away some stuff you forgot, some stock certificates, some money in a piggy bank you forgot about. That happened to me, and I declutter. I was like, oh, I forgot I put a bunch of money in this Atlantic City, little taffy box. Hey, thank you, cash. I go spend it. Decluttering helps you a wicked lot, and not just in how your house looks. How your house feels, how you feel, it functions, you're having people over, you enjoy going in there, you enjoy hanging out there, you enjoy leaving, you enjoy coming back, you're delighted wherever your eye looks, you feel freaking good. Love it. Okay. Now, Cat Mama is digging out a house and says, holding 2-bedroom sets in the cellar. I love your use of cellar because I'm from New England. For nieces and adult kits, you don't have it yet. Ask people, if you are saving stuff, everybody, if you are saving stuff in your home for somebody else that is not theirs, that's a slightly different question. If you are saving something for somebody else, ask them if they want it. And be cool with if the answer is no. Okay? Do not perpetuate the guilt of clutter. If you're saving something for somebody, see if they want it. No. I will say this. There is like 0.01%. There's literally a box this big. Maybe 2 boxes that big. A tote's worth of stuff that if I had to press my nieces and nephews to save, I would ask them to save it. Because family history. Nothing bigger than that, though. Even, honestly, even the silver, if they didn't want it and didn't want to use it, if they decided to sell it, I'm going to be dead. What do I care? Okay. Okay. User 430 out. Getting started. Then making decisions is the hardest part. Okay. Oh, there we go. Here's my voice. Getting started is the hardest part for all of us. Getting out of bed in the morning, hardest part. Starting up your car, hardest part. They say the waiting is the hardest part. Mr. Petty, rest in peace. I say getting started can be the hardest part. But you know what's going to make it easier? 2 things. 3 things. 3 things. 3 is a magic number. Calming down your nervous system. Paying attention to how you feel. Saying, okay, how am I feeling? Where am I out of whack? Let me get in whack. I just made that up. Then, deciding why you're going to do it. What's in it for me? Well, I need to get out of bed because I got to go to the bathroom. And if I don't get out of bed and go to the bathroom, I'm going to wet the bed. I don't really want to do that. What's in it for you for decluttering? When you have a reason, your destination decluttered. Why am I doing this? Because I want my home to look and feel and function like that, whatever that is on a map. Then, okay, that's why I'm doing it. Ooh, yeah, that's going to look and feel good. Okay, then the smallest possible microscopic step you can take helps you get started. This is where I'm getting into put one foot in front of the other. It's how you get out of bed every morning. It's how you turn on your side, and then you put a foot down, and then you put a foot down, and then you stand up, and then maybe you put your bathrobe on, and then you walk into the other room, and then you go to the bathroom. And then once you are moving, get your body moving. Get your body involved in it. Somehow, whatever. Put a hand on something. Start with the easy stuff. Move your hands. Make a decision. Practice this. The more you practice getting started and making decisions, it's like, I don't know if any of you ever drove a stick shift car, learned how to drive that. Remember learning how to do that. You had to learn how to stop without stalling out, start without stalling out, and stop without stalling out. You had to learn what worked and what didn't, and what felt like when you can get in and chunk, too much gas, too much brake. Practice that in your own life. It's the same principle. The more you practice it, then suddenly you're just getting up and driving wherever you want to go. Okay? Oh, that's cool. Somebody can hear the birdies outside. Yeah, wicked nice day. Wicked nice day. Okay? Beth says, and I'm a Beth too, and if we haven't met before, Beth, Destination Decluttered. Like my page, get on my mailing list, yada yada, destinationdecluttered.com. Beth says, I love how you break out in songs I know. Well, I'm glad you know them too, because if I was breaking out in songs you didn't know, I would still have fun, but it would only be one of us. There we go. Christine says, I'm just waking up, listening and laughing at Beth's breaking into song. I got a million of them. I'm here all week. Try the veal. I always say, table 19, your pizza's ready. Okay? I love this. I love hearing people getting to know each other in the comments, because we're all in this together. We are all probably in different states of the country. Maybe we're in different parts of the planet, but you know what? We're all here hanging out, having a good time on a beautiful Saturday morning. I hope you have a little iced tea. I've got an iced tea or whatever your beverage of choice is. No judgment at all. I'm going to be here about 17 more minutes, and then I got to go to the bathroom because I've been drinking iced tea. And then, here's the fun thing. I'm going to walk down to, there's an art show in my town that I forgot about when I went to the farmer's market. I'm making time in my life, and the reason I'm telling you this is make time in your life. Make time today in your life. Make time, take time for something that's going to bring you joy, that's going to delight you. I said earlier today on my Facebook page, because there's also a Destination Decluttered Facebook page, and if you want to see, that's where I'm starting to do some more long form like writing. I'm kind of using it as like a blog page. I had said this is my plan for the day, and one of my things was I got to go to Target, got to drop off the dry cleaning, there's something else, get the car washed. Then I walked downtown, I was like, there's a art thing, and I said, do I need to do those boring, mundane, suburban things today? And the answer was no. So I said, all right, I'll do those later, and I'm going to go to an art show. Feel free to change your mind. Have a plan, but be flexible about it. Have a plan, but if something better comes up that's going to make you feel better, do the thing that makes you feel better. Life is short. Feeling better is important. Okay? Now, there are times when you have to say no to things like that, but when I remember, I used to manage teams pretty much ever since my entire life. It's just how I was brought up, how I was wired. But I would always say to my people, I like to say yes as much as I can until I have to say no, and just know that I just don't say, like, if I can say yes, I want to say yes. So if there was something that I said I would do today, like today, this TikTok Live was a non-negotiable. I wasn't going to blow you guys off because I made a promise. But when I said to myself, well, would I rather go to an art show or would I rather go to the, Target and the dry cleaner? Target and the dry cleaner can wait. All right. Carla's saying, I never thought there would be a clutter-free room in her home again, and it feels amazing. Yeah. There we go. That's why I do what I do. Okay? And there we go. Pinky Hearts Green. That's my parenting philosophy. I love it. I also love the fact that I never had kids, but I love that people are doing that. So yes, purposely change your mind. I changed my mind. I've changed my mind. Yes, it is anybody's prerogative to change your mind. Okay? So let me back up here. Okay, here's a funny thing. Erin, I remember we talked about this. The hardest part for me isn't getting started. It's saying no to interruptions and distractions. That is practice. I am really good at that, much to the chagrin of my husband, because I'll be like, zip it, I love you, but shh, I'm in the zone here. It takes me a while to get in here. I am literally, trying to make the words on my website feel better, sound better. I can hear you, I love you, but shut the fuck up. Who's that woman? Shut the fuck up. Get people used to not interrupting you. When I was a team manager, I'd be like, okay, nope, you know what, let's schedule an appointment. People, what's that phrase? We allow people to treat us the way we allow them to treat us. I don't know. That's not it, but it's something like that. When people know they can interrupt you and get what they want from you, they will do it. When a dog knows to bug you, and then enough bugging you get a cookie, they're going to bug you for a cookie. If they know after a while they're not getting a cookie, they might stop bugging you. Okay? Now, the funny thing is that sometimes we allow ourselves to be distracted from what we want to show our love for somebody else. Or we think there might be a thought. No, Erin, I'm not pointing this out to you, but there could be a thought in our heads that says, they may think I don't love them if I say not now. I don't say no, I just say not now. Notice the thought, the fear of, they're going to be mad at me. They're going to think I don't love them. They're going to tell somebody else what a bitch I am because I said no to them. But if you don't want to be disrupted, practice that and get, there's stuff. We know. And thank you for the candies. Those were awesome. Okay. Peace of mind would be for me and not feeling so scattered because like Fanta, yes. Peace of mind, finding things, not feeling so scattered. All awesome feelings. There we go. I love this. The other Beth. I have many Beths in my life. I have had too many hobbies. I found a place to donate goods I don't do anymore. I did the same thing. I thought I was going to be crafty. I am not crafty. Yes. Okay. Oh, here, Rena. I just saw your thing. Rena is asking how to get on the mailing list. It's totally free. It's a handful of emails every month. I send them out when I have something good to share. It's not like on a schedule, but only when I have something good to share. Or I need to correct something because I screwed something up. DestinationDecluttered.com. I'll repeat that. DestinationDecluttered.com. There's a join page. It's wicked easy. It's a very simple website. Hop on that. Sign up. There's a little form there. Get on the mailing list. And then the cool thing is that like literally this week on Tuesday, we have a group Zoom call we do. Again, it's free. The only thing people ever pay me for is one-on-one coaching. I do one-on-one coaching and I do a 10-session package and we meet on Zoom. It's the only thing I ever charge money for at this point. So anything else I do is gratis. So that makes me feel good about people who maybe are in a financial situation they can't currently afford coaching. There's other resources there. But the people that do get me, they get me. It's like one-on-one. It's like the VIP. The one-on-one. You get to go shake somebody's hand. You get to hang out backstage with me as long as you want because I'm in your life. Okay? So that's how you get on the mailing list. Okay. Okay. Digging it, seeing this. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yeah, I think it is. It's not Year Without a Santa Claus. I think it is Santa Claus. Okay. I'm homesick, but I can't wait to get back to getting my home in order. You know what you can do? Painting of a duck. I love this. Laying in bed and not dreaming. Dreaming is good. Dreaming is free, according to Debbie Harry and Chris Stein and all the other people in Blondie. But when you're not feeling good, you might be just like, oh my God, I just want to go to sleep and feel better. But you can start to declutter your home in your head. In your head is where it starts. And then you can be like, oh, do I want to put it there or do I want to put it there? Do I need it or not? Nah, yeah, I want it. No, I don't. All of that happens between, literally in this 1 foot space. This is where the most miraculous things on the planet have been invented, is in this 1 foot space right here between your brain and your heart. Think about that. Isn't that crazy? So hang out here even if your body is laying in bed. Okay? I love it. Yeah, I can have a plan for bed for later. Yeah, and then write those things down, because I don't know about you, I'm of an age that I forget stuff. And I have so many lists, but in a really good way. They are organized, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel less cluttered in my brain when I write things down. Okay? So that's why I ask you to do this, you know? Okay. Catherine says, I have high-end full skincare, but more than I can use. Does anyone have any ideas to share? I do. Ask your friends. Do you have concentric circles around you? You do. I think about this, the positive ripple effect. Ask your friends, do they want them? If your friends don't want them, ask your family. If your family doesn't want them, put something on, one of your social medias or your neighbors. Think of things in concentric rings. Ooh, look, I made a rhyme. Think of things in concentric rings. Okay? And start there. Start small. And also, please, use the stuff. People, play with your toys. The things you bought for yourself, use them. Wear the clothes. Use the purse. Wear the earrings. Wear the makeup. Use the body scrub. Use the things you've bought. Don't just let them sit there. They sit there in the store. You are not a store. You bought these things to use them, so use them. Okay? Backing up here. Yeah, there we go. I understand collecting crafting stuff and not doing crafting. Right here. Here we go. There we go. All right, Erin, I'm with you there then. Erin is glad dance and softball and prom is done. School is almost over. School's out for summer. Summer will be my declutter reboot. Cool. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I love this shit. I do. I wouldn't be sitting here on a beautiful day like this, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, getting lines on my backs of my pants. I'm so into it. I don't realize how, see how this chair is? I probably have spaghetti strap lines on my backs of my legs. But I enjoy what I do, so I'm here to help you. So you know. All right. So, what else can we do? Schedule a time, like a workout, somebody says. What else do we have? Ooh. There we go. See, some people are giving some advice here. I love it, because here's the great thing. We are here, just because you're struggling with clutter doesn't mean you don't have something you can help somebody else with. Okay? So when I'm talking to somebody else, you might be solving a problem off to the side. I love this. Collabs. Okay? Totally collabs. Okay. And it's good to know that summer is good with this, because I will say, a couple of years ago when I very first started my coaching, I will share this with you, I had a thought in my head that I was like, people probably don't want to declutter in the summer because it's so nice out. All they want to do is hang out, because that's me. And then I got to share with you, last summer was a busy summer for me for decluttering, because school was out for people. They didn't have so many things. Teachers, I had a lot of teachers last summer as my one-on-one clients. And so the neat thing is I have time in my schedule with my existing clients. Right now, I still have place in my schedule. I have made places in my schedule for more clients, because people have said in the past they want to declutter in the summer, and I don't mind doing it. I love it. And the neat thing is because we meet only on Zoom, I can be different places. If I happen to be traveling, I can be somewhere else and coach. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, I will say that I freaking love it. You've heard, and again, this is not like an infomercial. Nothing other. I am so sensitive to fake authenticity that I even catch myself when I'm thinking I'm doing it. But I just feel it's silly for me to not let you know that I do one-on-one coaching, that it costs money, but that's, people pay it. 10-week program, maybe another 10-week program, maybe another one. However long it takes you, I am here for you. We meet on Zoom. We meet on an hour a week on Zoom for about 10 weeks in a row, but it's flexible because summertime. I'm going on travels. You're going on travels, And there we go. So this is interesting. So German Maid says it's too hot and humid inside where you live, so you hibernate in summer. Now, you're in North Carolina. I'm in PA. It does get wicked hot here, too. So sometimes this is why I will probably be doing more stuff in our basement or in my cellar, as we used to call it in Mass, in the summer, because it's cooler down there. Okay? So Carla is saying, invest in your mind and your space. Beth coaches you through your situation. Oh, you are just like a testimonial, walking testimonial, and I freaking love it. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, yes, and Christine, so excited to start working with you. It's going to be so much fun. I don't do it. You guys, have you noticed how I showed up this last hour or so? It may be a little bit, not frantic, but I'm jazzed. I get energy in me. I got the music in me. I have caffeine and a Hootie Hoo cookie. I like to have fun. If it's boring and earnest and serious, using jargon, Snoresville, rolling my eyes, whatever, dude or dudette. This is how I coach. We have fun. And the wonderful thing is notice how it can be challenging for me to get to everybody and I can only touch on what you're doing. I remember Erin said it, I'll paraphrase her, but she said something about, I saw you and I said, I want her to myself. I want her to just help me with my stuff. I don't want anybody else. I just want that hour for me. Okay? So, there we go. Yeah, actually, I see, so notice, this is how I do it. If it feels good to you, if you think I'm going to be your coach, here's a fun thing. Like, I am a human, so I am going to max out at a certain amount of clients. I don't say this as a scary thing. Ooh, the wind is picking up. It's a breeze, not a wind. Can you hear those chimes? Very cool. But I am a human, and so I will max out at a certain amount of clients. So I have a section of my calendar that's still available. The neat thing is I just say this because I like to get first dibs on something, is what if it sells out? So if you want me to be your coach, sign up for a consultation. I'm doing consultations this coming week and the next week, and then I don't even know what's going on. I mean, I do know what's going on in July. I have a lot of travel planned, as I always do. I make room for my clients, however. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, this is just how I coach. That's all I want to say. Okay? Very cool stuff. All right, so you guys, we got like 3 minutes. A couple of things just on my end to kind of wrap things up. Get yourself prepared. All right, so we got 3 minutes. Beth, Destination Decluttered, Decluttering Life Coach, here on TikTok at Destination Decluttered. If you haven't liked my page, could you like my page? If you know somebody who's struggling with clutter, tell them about me. This video will be posted to the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel. If you're interested in other TikToks that I've done, all of them are there. 98% of them are public, except for the most current ones, which are saved for the people on the mailing list. YouTube at Destination Decluttered. What else can I share with you that might be helpful? Mailing list. DestinationDecluttered.com is the website. There's a join page there. You sign up for that. We get a Zoom coming up this Tuesday. Thank you for everybody for being flexible so we could reschedule our stuff. So there's that. I do one-on-one coaching. I talked about that. Might do a podcast. I'll talk about that. We talked about doing a paper party, getting together and all hanging out and for an hour or so, sorting our papers. If you like that, send me an email if you're on the mailing list. Show up on the Zoom. We can make it happen. What was the other thing? And this is just a cool thing that I just started doing. I think I might do a podcast again. People on the mailing list will know about that first. And how else can I help you? Just that I started to use my Destination Decluttered Facebook page as more of like a blog, a little bit more long form. It's almost like a written podcast if you think about it. So I can only cover so much in a short, snappy TikTok video, much like my one of me singing the Laverne and Shirley theme song with a Philly accent that I'm going to post within the next couple hours. But if you like the more long-form stuff, I may start sharing that via email so you don't even have to go to Facebook. If that sounds appealing to you, get on my mailing list, because then I can say, do you want this long-form stuff? I can get you on that list too. Okay? So, good stuff, all good things happening. Jennifer's purged more than 75% of her craft room. I love it. Becky is telling me to have a fabulous day. Becky, you have a fabulous day too. I am going to have a fabulous day. It's how I live. Okay? Carla is saying, I look forward to every Wednesday, and my friends take me to dinner to talk about what I've learned. Yay! I don't gatekeep. I don't. If your friends are learning from you, then positive ripple effect, people. I love it. Alrighty. Jennifer's only got one more room on your list. Rock on, people. Okay, it's noontime. I am signing off. I'm going to go give a smooch to my husband, eat the rest of my cookie, go to the bathroom, put these flowers in water, walk down to an art show. I am going to have a wonderful day, and I want you to, too, all right? I got a TikTok live tomorrow, a bunch of them coming up. You know how to find them. You guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? All right. There we go.